What's going on, guys? My name is Chris Holachek, and this is another session of Holo Sessions. And today's topic is haters gonna hate. And the inspiration for this video came to me towards the end of last week. Yeah, Thursday I posted two different videos on two different platforms, on YouTube and on TikTok with my music. And not just the one on TikTok, but the one on YouTube, they both got hater comments out of nowhere. And yeah, I've been posting consistently again for the past month and a half or 2 months, and it takes a while to trigger the algorithm, and that is a sign the algorithm is triggered. You're starting to gain some momentum. When you start getting haters, as my old producer would say, it means you've gone past your target audience, and that can be a good thing. You're in uncharted territory. And the haters you should actually be thankful for, because they are your biggest fans deep down inside. They only hate because they wish they were you. And a lot of them don't have the maturity or the ego to admit that, but they really do envy you. Otherwise, they would have no need to say any of the things that they say to you. Also, another reason you should be thankful is they're giving you feedback. They're giving you feedback. Maybe a lot of your friends or family or your followers won't necessarily say, maybe it doesn't rub them off wrong enough for them to say anything, or two, maybe they don't want to hurt your feelings. And that's respectful, but at the same time, you don't grow unless you get critiqued. And something I've had to personally build a muscle for throughout my music career is criticism. In the beginning, I would take criticism personal, like there was something wrong with me. I'll take it deep down, like they're critiquing my music, they're critiquing me, like I was attached to my music, like it was an extension of me instead of just a form of expression. And part of what helps you detach from that is meditation, knowing the thoughts and all these things are not you. They're things of their own, and just being present with your body, being present with your mind, just being aware of the thoughts that go through your head. It helps you get away from attaching so much to other people's opinions, attaching so much to what other people think. The best thing you could do with the haters is, one of my old family friends who's a therapist said, you got two boxes. One box on the left side is criticism that's helpful. They're saying something like for example, for singing, like a couple of your notes seemed a little pitchy, or you gotta sing more from your diaphragm, or be more present when you're singing. It's stuff like that that actually helps you grow. Something you need to hear, that somebody can see a blind spot that you don't see. That's when keep that on the left side. That's the important stuff. The right side is like, oh, you suck, don't quit your day job. Or I've even it's funny, when they don't have any criticism for my music, some of the haters will say, start hating on my beard. I've had for 17, 18 years now, and it's because they have nothing else to talk about at that point. And it's funny how the beard triggers people. I don't know why, but I guess it does. Anyways, stuff like that, that's on the right side. That's just pure hate, just pure low vibration. That's gonna be on the right side, the box on the right. And the box on the right, you're gonna throw that in the ocean. You're never gonna look at it again. Box on the left, you're gonna keep that. That's all the helpful criticism, and you're gonna take that into effect and implement what you learned and get better from it. That's what I was saying before my last video. It's good to have friends who are gonna be real with you. They're not gonna sugarcoat things when you didn't perform your best. They're gonna be straight up with you. If you could have done better at a video or better in whatever performance you're doing, they're gonna say something. It may hurt a little bit at first because you thought you did well, which I think if you know deep down inside you did well, then that's the only validation you need. But you hear that, you process it, and then you do better next time. You implement that in your next activity or next video that you do. Back to knowing it was good no matter what anybody says. That's another thing. Just finding that true inner confidence in yourself, that sense of self. no matter what anybody says to you, no matter what anybody's thoughts or opinions, you know deep down inside who you are, and nobody else can tell you that except for you, who you are. You and God know who you are, and that's all that matters. And to find that sense of self and knowing of that, just takes a lot of doing, a lot of getting out there, trial and error, just trying new things and figuring out what you want to do in life. And you sit at home all scared, you're never going to find that out, and you're never going to have that true sense of self and confidence and inner peace. Now, am I somebody who has that full inner peace, is perfect, like unshakable? No, I have my falls sometimes, I have my down moments, but it's the fact you're working on bettering yourself every day, learning yourself, knowing yourself more every day. That's what is the key to happiness and inner peace. And knowing with each video or each step you make towards your goals and your dreams, just one little thing a day can lead you on the path of happiness. And the people that hate on you for going after your goals and your dreams, they're just the ones that are too afraid to take that leap of faith themselves. They're the ones that are really scared to get out there and do anything. Or maybe they're older and they missed their shot and they're just bitter at the world because they didn't get their shot at whatever they want to do. And so the only happiness they find is putting others down. It masks that deep sadness they have inside themselves. And that you can't fix, not without them. Like, they gotta want to fix that, and you can't do anything for those people. You gotta, somebody leaves you a hate comment or says something hateful, honestly, just ignore it. Or if you really want to say something positive. Just say, like, thank you. Like, don't show like that you're shaken up at all. Don't show any bother by it. Because all that's you bounce back and try to get back at them. They're just gonna do it more and more. It fuels them. Like, they fuel from negativity. And when you start getting back at them, it only puts you in a lower vibration. So the key is to just ignore it, let it bounce, roll off your back, and don't let it affect you, who you are. Don't let it affect what you're doing. Don't let it affect that sense of self. Deep down inside, again, you know who you are, and the only person that can change anything about who you are is you. So there's no person on the outside that can do any harm to your sense of self unless you let them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did find any value in it, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Helps me get the message out to more and more people. And with that being said, my name is Chris Holowchuk, and Holla is Hollin' out.